lover would love to go and dream of going. Well, we're going to give you some of the coolest things we found, and you'll find things from Jay King, from Carol Brody, and rarities from Colleen. We're going to show you all our goodies, so make sure you tune in to our Tucson Gem event. And speaking of our globe-trotting gem hunter, Jay King, how about his reason for being, his reason for traveling the world? It is his signature stone. Jay King has brought us this gorgeous drape turquoise necklace. You know it's getting harder and harder for him to get this quality turquoise wherever he goes. And what I love about this one, Lamar, it's a lot of turquoise. It's a gorgeous drape design, and you get to enjoy, if you're a turquoise lover, all the different shades of this beautiful character turquoise, almost $100 off. We took it from $165 to $69.95. What a treasure.
I remember when this first debuted at $165, and I actually had a little bit of anxiety coming into this show, seeing at where the price was, and I hope that Jay actually doesn't know, because I'm not sure he would agree with it.
Well, I know exactly what working with him, he'd say, Leslie, I cannot make this necklace for the price where I cannot get the rough. I cannot make, that's what he would probably say if I know him better.
And I mean, that's so true, because turquoise is actually a really rare stone to find. You have to recognize that there are a unique set of minerals that have to combine in order to get turquoise. And that is the beauty of this gemstone, is that it's not blue, it's not green, it's somewhere right in the middle, and you get all of those different hues and a full spectrum of those different hues in this piece. And then you also get the matrix pattern. And the matrix pattern are those beautiful, delicious, it's a lot of personality and texture, all of those different specks of gold and toffee and coffee colors against that beautiful turquoise. And that is really what Jay King is known for, this is his #1 selling gemstone. He brings us the best of the best. And it's really 3 necklaces all seamlessly wrapped up into one.
I like it. It's a beautiful design where you get that triple drape. By the way, 18 inches in the length, 2 3/4 inch extender. And this is from the Seven Peaks mine. So this is in a remote area, which, by the way, sometimes Jay even pilots himself in. I mean, this man's zest and zeal for life and gemstones. I could hear him talk all day. But this is Seven Peaks, right? So he says, Leslie, some of these mines are so remote, they don't even have names for them. He named this mine because there were 7 distinct mountain peaks in China. So in a remote area of China, we took this from $165 to $69, never to be done again or repeated. So as Jay says, you know, when they go, that's why they're called mine finds. They're so rare, so special. We cannot repeat most of these designs. And remember, if you're new to Jay King, handcrafted pieces, genuine color. Those are not color enhanced. All he does is stabilize them so they stay that color for their lifetime. But that is God's paintbrush right there.
That's right. And you know, when someone actually names the mine, that they probably have first right of refusal to all of the gemstones that are being excavated from that mines. So you can rest in the assuredness that this is going to be the best of the best coming from Seven Peaks. It's the most beautiful, vibrant color. And again, I love the way that they drape, because each one of these varying lengths, it's one necklace, but 3 varying lengths, and they fall so beautifully on the décolleté without any effort.
Oh boy, so very, very limited. Oh, don't hang up though. We've counted you. I knew it would happen. Because that's just it. Jay's always informing us. He's like, Les, it's getting harder and harder to find.
It is.
Turquoise of this quality.